Surprise! I'm back in the commentary box for the British Touring Car Championship. Yes, it was all fun and games being at Snetterton, but we can't do that every weekend, unfortunately. So, I'm back in the control centre for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. It is the third weekend of this 10-race weekend with 3 races on each. But this, rounds 7, 8 and 9, happens at a circuit that has hosted more British touring car races than any other in the country as well. Thank you, Mum, for bringing me a water bottle. This has hosted more races than any other circuit in the UK as well. It hosts 3 and usually the start of the season and 3 at the end of the season. But COVID has meant that the plans changes a little bit as to when this circuit could be operational, with it being in Kent, which is quite high in the COVID variant. So, unfortunately, we have to go back down the order. Hello to NLRCR Jen says, TT Assen weekend, mate. Yep, that is coming up. The watch along for the MotoGP is coming up at 12:50 British Summer Time. We'll be covering the MotoGP Championship, and then we've got the Formula One as well. If you can see the desk in front of me, I have literally just got papers spread everywhere. I've got all the British touring car notes spread out. I've got Formula Ones in a folder. MotoGPs are over on a deck chair over there as well. There is loads of information piled into this commentary box. We had the W Series yesterday as well. That was a great race to kick off the Formula One relationship with the W Series, the Women's Series as well. Alice Powell taking victory. Sarah Moore, the first ever LGBTQ plus driver to stand on a podium at a Grand Prix weekend as well. Fantastic racing. And now here as well, we're back in the British Touring Car Championship, and we're going to have a great racing because, ladies and gentlemen, it's wet. We have rain at Brands Hatch. It usually comes at the end of the season. Usually the Indy circuit's bright sunshine. I would have thought as well, with it being the start of summer as well, on the 27th of June when we come here, 2 months earlier, 2 months later than we usually come here, we were expecting big, bright conditions as well. But sadly, that hasn't happened. We are waiting currently for the start of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship, but at the moment our timing graphic seems to have glitched because it is showing the Porsche Carrera Cup Championship that's happened previously. So while we try and get those graphics operational again, let's hope everyone's enjoying the weekend. Arjen saying as well, good luck, mate. I'm back for the F1 later on. It'll be a pleasure to have you for the F1. That's going to be another fantastic race later on with some sunny, dry conditions coming up as well. Rain also anticipated out there. We've got rain definitely here as well. We should be on the parade lap soon. I'm understanding there's a little delay to the lights out for the British Touring Car Championship. I'm unsure as to why just yet. This is the benefit of not being on site and stuck in the commentary box around about 100 odd or so miles away from the actual racetrack. You just can't nip over there and ask what happened. But yeah, Snetterton was an awful lot of fun, being back in a paddock as well, being back at the track. First time ever as well, because we went camping. It was camping at the circuit, so sleeping in a tent at a racetrack. Camping at a racetrack, that's a new experience for me. It was a lot of fun as well. We should be going green round about now, but no sign of it at the moment. If you're watching along with us in the United Kingdom, you might be a bit confused as to why it's not on ITV4. It is on ITV3 coverage of this race here. So ITV3 is covering this race, but it's all due to the little change in circumstances with the Euro football, the rugby all happening at the same time. A massive weekend of sport. But in terms of this weekend, Gordon Shedden, top free practice 1. Then it was Ash Sutton, topping free practice 2. Dan Rowbottom is on pole position. He took qualifying. It's been a weekend of changes here so far. And certainly going into qualifying, Rowbottom, Shedden as well, all looking good. They're about to head onto the parade lap now. They have been delayed around about 3 minutes. They have been left on the grid, which is very bizarre. But Low cloud conditions over as well. Its track temperature is also quite low if you were compared to normal as well. If I take a look at the weather, I can tell you for you. Humidity 96% percentage. Air temperature 16.1. Track temperature 17.7 degrees as well. The green flag flies and we are underway for the formation lap. So far the timing monitors once again broken. So we will try and get that operational for you ASAP, as I'm holding the wrong sheet as well. In terms of the Drivers' Championship at the moment and how that stands, it's Ash Sutton who leads by 2 points after victory last time out at Snetterton in race 2, putting with Tom Ingram. He's 2 points back. Colin Turkington on 75 points. So the top 3 separated by 5 points. That's exactly what we like to see. Ahead of it as well, as the timing graphics are now ready, as well as the drivers on the parade lap. There you go, look. The race has actually been moved to start at 11:30 instead of 11:25. So it's actually bang on schedule, which is great news to see. As you can see, the 24 laps ahead of us. It's only a 46-second lap time. We shouldn't be here too long at all. But Josh Cook is on at 60 points as well. He's 20 points back from Sutton. And then Jake Hill, Butcher, Jelly all sort of coming into fruition as well. In terms of the Manufacturers' Championship, BMW lead the way by just 10 points. Motor-based Performance Ford, 180 to 170. Toyota stuck way back on 125. And Laser Tools Racing leads the BTCC Teams Championship by 3 points to Team BMW as well. They're closing out with MB Motorsports and Gingsters XL with Trade Price Cars closing out. BTC Racing on 88 points as well. The only team without a point is Rocket Racing at the moment. In terms of the Independence Trophy, Tom Ingram leads the way just from Ash Sutter. But we're taking a look at the grid now if you're watching along with us. So here's the grid then for round 7 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Row 1, Dan Roadbottle alongside Gordon Shedden. Row 2, Jake Hill and Tom Oliphant. Row 3, Aidan Moffat and Tom Ingram. Ash Sutton and Chris Smiley take up row 4. Row 5, Josh Cook and Stephen Jelly. Row 6 sees Jack Goff and Dan Lloyd. Row 7, Senna Proctor and Colin Turkington. Row 8, Sam Osborne and Rory Butcher. Row 9, Jason Plato and Carl Bordley. And the 10th row of the grid sees Ollie Jackson alongside Aaron Taylor-Smith. Row 11 sees Adam Morgan alongside Glenn Geddy. Row 12, Jade Edwards alongside Tom Chilton at the moment. Row 13, Ricky Paffin alongside Sam Schmidt. Row 14, Jack Butel and Andy Neat. And on row 15, standing right at the back, Nick Hamilton in 29th place. His brother starts second at the moment on the board. And the checkered flag is out now, which indicates that this is their last formation lap before going to the grid. In terms of the ballast, Gordon Shedden has 9, who starts second. Jake Hill has 39. Tom Ingram 66. Ash Sutton, as championship leader, enters with 75 kilograms of success ballast as well. Further back, the lowest, then Jackson starts 19th. He has 15 kilograms of ballast as well. Gwenwyn saying this, that is the Porsche series, right? Yes. This is the British Touring Car Championship now, the stock saloon cars. But if you notice the graphics that had changed previously, they were the Porsches that were out first. But no, this is the Gwenwyn. This is the British Touring Car Championship. It is saloon car racing, so it's hatchbacks, cars. As I say, Honda Civic Type R's, BMW M3s, Honda Civics again, the normal Type R's, Hyundai's, Infiniti, Cupras as well, Ford Focuses, Vauxhall Astras out there as well, all circulating, Infinitis, Toyota Corollas, all out there, Hyundai i3Ns. They're all taking part. It is a big saloon car series, and it's the British Touring Car Championship. And honestly, it is so much fun. You're going to be in for a good one. It's live on ITV3 in the UK. I'm not sure about elsewhere because this is the British Touring Car Championship, but I understand it's shown on Dutch TV, and it's also shown over in Australia. I believe for you, Gwenwyn, it's either on Fox Sports or it'll be on the Channel 7 network. So keep an eye on, have a quick look and see if you can watch along. But if not, stay with us. We've got a driver tracker, the lap counter, and this will tell you if the track's green, yellow, safety car, or even the dreaded red flag. We've already had a couple of those this year in race 2 back at the Thruxton round of the championship. The cars are lining up then on the grid. It's a short track as well. Paddock Hill Bend, Hailwood Hill, Druids, Graham Hill, the Cooper Straight, Surtees, Clearways, and the Clark Clark Curve, or coming back down the Brabham Straight as well. Elevation change is low. It's at a maximum of 1.35 metres as well. Length of this track, 1.2 miles. It is one of the smallest we race on in the British Touring Car Championship. This up there as well with Knockhill up in Scotland. Air temperature 16.3, track temperature 18.1. We're under starters orders as well. It's weird being back in the commentary box for the British Touring Car Championship, but it's nice to see the pictures as clearly as we can. We're sorry we can't bring you pictures of the track. We'll try later on in the season. We're under starters orders. Lights are on here, 5 of them. It's lights out now at Brands Hatch. It's a good getaway actually from the second row of the grid. The 2 Honda Jurassic racers on the front row, Rowbottom and Shedden. They do not get going. And into turn 1 at Paddock Hill Bend. It's Tom Oliphant leading. Jake Hill trying to go around the outside. He's in a battle with Gordon Shedden now. Dan Rowbottom's dropped way back. Shedden's trying to hold on for 3rd place. Hill's going round the outside as well. Great start for Aidan Moffat. He's up there now. He's leapfrogged ahead of Jake Hill as well. It's Oliphant leading. Moffat's gone up into 2nd place. And Ingram forces his way up into 3rd. Down goes Shedden. Shedden hits the door on the side of Jake Hill as they come down through Graham Hill Brent into the Cooper Straight now. Briefly up into Surtees, named after the legend John Surtees, before coming into clearways. A little hairpin as Sutton hits the back of Ingram. Ingram was sliding through Clark Curve. He manages to hold it but drops further back. Shedden now loses a couple of positions as well as a result. So this is even worse as the start of lap 1 than we anticipated. On a slippery damp track, they're all trying to find positions that are just not. 3 abreast on the run up towards Druids now. Jake Hill in the 24 being under attack as Ash Sutton shuts the door over for 4th place as well. Ingram trying to go around the outside. Sutton has dropped back as well. Shedden's dropped back basically. So has Dan Rowbottom. They're all up there. Tom Ingram now really in the pressure. He's right behind Jake Hill. So Ingram's dropped down to 6th place at the moment, as you can see on your monitor. Oliphant leads from Moffat, Shedden, Sutton, Hill, Ingram, Rowbottom, Jelly, Smiley and Lloyd, the top 10, as Senna Proctor dives up the inside of Sam Osborne in the number 18 to the number 4 car as well. They're side by side coming out of Clark Curve. Already, we're on to the 3rd lap. It's a quick lap time here. 49.529 from Tom Oliphant. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far. It whizzes by here. Trust me, it's a great series and it's a great run around this track as well. Everyone's still just having a little bit of a moment elsewhere on the circuit, but it's Oliphant leading with the fastest lap. Moffat, Shedden, Sutton, Hill, Ingram, Rowbottom, Jelly, Smiley, Lloyd, Cook, Goff, Turkington, Bordley, Osborne, Proctor, Plato down there as well. They're all sort of trying to change positions as much as they can as Moffat comes under pressure, coming into the last 2 corners at Clark Way Curve. Gordon Shedden trying to find his way through on the inside. Didn't pay off. Maybe he can have a run out down the Brabham Straight towards Paddock Hill Bend. Let's take another look back then. This is Jake Hill up at Druids, which is a tight hairpin at the top of turn 2. And this is where Ingram got through, and we've got a penalty. A 5-second time penalty for car 12 of Stephen Jelly for a jump start. Now, Jelly started this race in 10th place, and we saw a little bit of a rolling moment, but still the top 2 Honda Yasif Racings of Dan Rowbottom, who started on pole position alongside his teammate Gordon Shedden. They just didn't get going. It was a great launch initially from Jake Hill, but a better launch from Tom Oliphant and from Aidan Moffat. They're now 1-2 in this race so far, but not for long as well, as Moffat goes wide, coming out of Clearways into the little Clinker Clark curve. Shedden looking to the inside as well, as Moffat defends the inside line into Paddock Hill Bend. Car starting left and right, dropping downhill, uphill, then downhill dramatically before rising uphill once again. And Shedden gets delayed behind Morgan, and Moffat's hit him. Moffat's in the back now, and round the outside goes the other Laser Tools Racing of Ash Sutton, the championship leader. Sends it round the outside. Jake Hill's trying to come through as well. Shedden takes over in 2nd place. Moffat's dropped down now into 3rd, and Ash Sutton tried to get through, but couldn't find a position to do so. So now the two Laser Tour Racings are going to have to work together to get ahead of this Honda of Gordon Shedden as Tom Oliphant in the BMW 33MI leads this race dramatically. Let's take a look at it once again. So Shedden tries to go on the outside into Paddock Hill Bend. That puts Moffat off the racing line. Moffat takes too much of the curb, runs wide. Sutton, however, gets a great run, sends it around the outside while Moffat drifts over to the right, cuts the door, does touch the front end of Gordon Shedden's Honda, and then Shedden on the inside of Druids, Sutton on the outside of Druids, never stood a chance. It's lap 6 of 24. Can you see how dramatic this series is? This is why we love the British Touring Car Championship. Jelly's got a penalty. We know that as well. 5 seconds added to his time. So that's why the computer is showing him down in P9, even though he's in the middle of this battle as well with Josh Cook. Rowbottom has moved up into 5th place. He's now got past Ashley Sutton, the championship leader. And Sutton at the moment, if I take a look at the championship standings, if I get the right one, here we go. Sutton leads on 80 points. And looking at that board as well, with Rowbottom, he's further down the order, actually in 14th on 32 points. So not much changing in positions there at the current time. Race lead then to Tom Oliphant. He's got a gap of 3.589 seconds to Gordon Shedden, but Shedden's just on the fastest lap on a 48.957. And he's just starting to pull a gap to Aidan Moffat and Jake Hill. It's lap 7 of 24. Still circulating, are they, around this short track. 1.2079 miles as Rowbottom and Hill still very close together. Rowbottom 5th place, Hill 4th place. Still trying to have something to battle with. They both want more points than they actually got. Jake Hill left the first race at Thruxton, if he joined us there, as the championship leader. He's now down in 5th place as well on 57 points after a fairly bad race at Snetterton. I should remember I was there. I was commentating. I saw him do it. And now Rowbottom looks at the inside, coming into Druids on Jake Hill as well, forcing his way through on the inside right, and door bashes Jake Hill at the exit of Druids and says, "Take that, Sonny Jim," and goes up the inside. What a fantastic little manoeuvre that one was. Very bizarre. And I've just wondered why my water bottle tasted a bit funny. I think there's some fairy liquid in it. Yeah, I think there's some sort of fairy... Oh, there is. Oh, dear. Well, someone's put fairy liquid in it and hasn't washed it out properly, so that water's a little bit soapy. No jokes about washing my mouth out with soap. No jokes. But right now as well, we're watching on board with Stephen Jelly. Josh Cook coming back as well. Trying to get through as well. That's actually quite horrible. At the moment as well. And now right at the back as well, we got Glenn Geddy, Gary Paffett, and Nick Hamilton, and Jack Butel actually. So the drivers we saw last time out. Glenn Geddy, actually, I'm going to eat my words. If I see he's further up that board, then... Yeah, he's 23rd. He's 23rd on the board at the moment. You can see Jack Butel before Hamilton gets there as well. But what a fantastic little battle we are having. As Jade Edwards, 24th. Glenn Geddy, 23rd at the moment. They're bottom of this list, you can see over here, look. On the live timing board. As Dan Rowbottom tries now to have a go at Aidan Moffat. Over the hill. Lap 10 now of 24. And Moffat holds the inside line. Rowbottom trying to send it around the outside for 3rd place. Paddock Hill Bend not going to work. Gets the cut back though. Up Halewood Hill. Now he's on the inside into the right-hander of Druids hairpin. Moffat tries to hold it around the outside. The team enjoying that one. And through goes Dan Rowbottom. Moffat now down into 4th place. Rowbottom up there with the fastest lap of the race on 48.823. So time's massively improving now. Moffat right on the back though. He hasn't been dropped by Rowbottom. He's keeping with him hand over fist again. So that's still really improvements out there at the moment. As again now Jake Hill has got a great launch out of Clearways and Clark Cove. He now has joined this little battle for 3rd between Rowbottom and Moffat. Now include Hill in that battle. Sutton as well, I suppose you could include. He's only 2 tenths off the back of Hill. So include Sutton in this battle. But certainly do not underestimate the fact that Shedden could still close down an Oliphant. Remember, a safety car extends the race by 3 laps. We haven't really had much of a safety car recently in the British Touring Car Championship. I don't remember a safety car being called at Snetterton. Although Megan could probably remind me about that one. Maybe there was one safety car that I can't quite remember. As Turkington making a battle now with Senna Proctor. And Proctor, in the other Honda Civic Type R for the BTC Racing, forces his way through on the inside with a big lead foot and pedals through at Druids and bashes out Colin Turkington, the 4-time champion. Bit of debris being kicked up there off one of the tyres. Ash Sutton runs over it with Tom Ingram just behind him. And Jelly 9th from Cook, Lloyd and Goff. Goff's dropped right down the order as well, according to that monitor. Rowbottom a 48.823. He's got another fastest lap of this race. Track limits warning for car 2, Turkington, and car 32, down at Rowbottom. So Turkington and Rowbottom getting track limits warning out there now. They'll have to be careful about that one. As Jelly down in P9 still circulating. I do say that a lot, I know someone's going to pick up on that. Oh, contact on the inside. We catch a camera of Jake Hill bashing his way through on Aidan Moffat. Moffat's been pushed down the outside. Coming down the Brabham straight. Jake Hill's on the inside. Ash Sutton is pushing Hill through. Sutton wants to go through on Moffat as well. The two teammates going through. That's going to leave the door open for Tom Ingram as well. And Ingram dives through. Ingram now going to also leave the door open for the 22 car of Chris Smiley. Smiley on the inside. And this is what we mean. And now Stephen Jelly's alongside. It's finally finishing of the right-handers and goes into a left-hander so that Moffat can rejoin the pack. He loses out about 3-4 positions out there. It's Hill, Sutton, Ingram, Smiley. He's lost 4 places. He's dropped from P4 to P7. Unbelievable. And with that 13 or 24 as well, still more side-by-side action happening. Who are we on board with now? Well, there's Dan Lloyd, so this is on board with Jack Goff and Senna Proctor coming through as well. Cross the line, Proctor trying to find a place through as well. Lloyd now with Goff. Goff goes back through on the inside as well. So Dan Lloyd, who made his return at Snetterton, fastest in the first practice sessions, fastest practice 2, was up there in the races as well. Now starting to make slow progress in this race here at Brands Hatch. He is at the moment P12. So still going well. This is what we like to see. Lap 14 of 24 here for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. We've been going for 10 minutes and we're already near the end. It's a very quick racetrack here. It's a very quick race just to whet your appetite on this Sunday morning here that you join us in the UK. It's 11:47 here in the United Kingdom when this race is taking place. 3 further races. Oh, Turkington spun. Turkington's had a spin coming out of Clearways and now he's dropped right down the order. He was already 14th. Proctor's gone through, as has Osborne, Plato, Butcher, Bordley. In fact, Turkington has dropped to 23rd place. This is how he did it. Oh, he got hit by Sam Osborne. On the inside at Clearways, Sam Osborne touches the rear left of Turkington and round he goes. As we watch Gordon Shedden with the fastest lap of the race now, 48.777. He's closing that gap now, 2.3 seconds to Tom Oliphant. So, yeah, Shedden could still catch him. Anything's possible in the remaining 10 laps. So, as I was saying as well, the first of 3 races for the British Touring Cars today. Race 2 actually is live during the Formula 1 race, which means that our next race for the Touring Cars, Race 2, which is on air 4:30 British Summer Time, despite the fact that I will be live commentating on the race, I wouldn't have seen it, but it will be delayed coverage. So if you join us for that, you're just joining for the fun of it as well, because it will be delayed coverage for the second race of the day. That's at 4:30, and we have put delayed as well in the bio on YouTube as well. But race 3, the last race of the day, that takes part at 5:30 British summertime. That race is live. So that race is live. We've also got the Formula 1, as I said. That's live at 1:30. Lights out at 2 o'clock British summer time. That's the whole race live. And then, of course, we've got the MotoGP coming up 12:50. That too is live. So in about an hour's time, we've got the MotoGP. And we're looking forward to that one as Tom Oliphant leading this way on lap 17 of 24 here for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship, round 7 at Brands Hatch. Shedden is really attacking. He's brought that gap now down to 2.1 seconds at the moment. A little bit side-by-side action. Further back. Jelly with that penalty, though, going to drop further back as well. But it's a manufacturer driver leading this race at the moment. Shedden and Robot and the 2 independents make up the podium as well. We've got many drivers who are independent and many manufacture it. A nice little split across the board as well. Everyone out there, by the way, at the moment on the medium tyre compound. That's what we can see on the live timing on the monitors. So everyone's out there on that tyre, which is nice to see, as Josh Cook we're on board with now, having a go at the back of Jack Goff. We cut to the front. Battle for 4th place between Jake Hill and championship leader Ashley Sutton. Sutton is in P5 at the moment and he's looking really strong. Side by side, who's that making a move? I think that was Dan Lloyd getting through on Jack Goff up at Paddock Hill Bend. So if he has got through a Paddock Hill Bend, that's a fantastic manoeuvre because it's very difficult to slip the car at the inside. Usually it's Druids where that manoeuvre's made. Lap 18 and 24. Yeah, Lloyd got ahead of Goff as well. So yeah, well done, Dan Lloyd. As now, Sutton is lining uphill. It's a slippery, oily track as well out there as well. They're on dry tyres at the moment, so I'm surprised I haven't seen many more sliding off the track. I'm surprised also we haven't seen a safety car, if I'm honest with you. Usually you do here at Brands, but 2/10 the gap as they cross the line between Sutton and Hill, 0.257. So Hill 4th, Sutton 5th, still the battle. There you see at the moment, Dan Lloyd down his 12th. Jelly's having a little bit of an even worse time of it. He has that penalty as well, but he's going to drop even further down the order. Maybe even down into about 16th place behind Jason Plato. If my notes are right there. The gap now down at the front between Oliphant and Shedden. The gap down to 1.345 seconds. So Megan would like that if she was in the commentary box right now. Could be 12.345. But Megan, I hope you're enjoying that one. The gap is 1.345. I know you'd like if it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe he can do that on this lap time as well. Crossing the line again. Smiley again in P7 is under attack from Aidan Moffat. Moffat on a revenge charge in the Infinity Laser Tools racing car, who's down in P8 at the moment after that little touch further back and he got nerfed down the field. Smiley as well is going to be on him. The gap only 0.3 of a second between them now. 1.325 now, the gap between Oliphant and Shedden. Shedden bringing that gap down just little by little. He's going to have to start pushing though. Bad start from Shedden has meant he's been on a fight back. Great start from Oliphant, though, who started this race, as I said, P4. If Oliphant can win this, I'll be happy with that. I'm sure you will all be happy at that as well, because it would mean that he's actually had a great start and he's controlled the pace. Track limits warning again for Colin Turkington and Andy Neat. They have both had track limits warnings and now have both received as well the black and white flags. That's the naughty boy flag. That means that you have to do it again, get a drive-through penalty. So they're going to have to really watch track limits. That was an issue at Snetterton as well. Many people taking track limits at Murray's, flying over the curves there. Ash Sutton as well, coming out of Paddock Hill Bend as Chris Smiley defending the inside to a damaged front bumper of the Laser Tools Racing of Ada Moffat. Moffat's got something flying off the front of him there on the bonnet. Looks like a little bit of sponsor work. Yeah, it's just a little bit of aero connector that's easily replaced before race 2. It's just a little panel breakage that's easily taped up and replaced ahead of the second race. But Moffat really on the back of Chris Smiley. Oh, Gary Paffett spun. Gary Paffett's had a spin at the top of Druids. There's somebody else involved. Can't see him on the timing monitors at the moment. So this is Gary Paffett coming on the back. Just Gary Paffett dives up the inside of Nick Hamilton, and Hamilton turns in not knowing that Gary Paffett's there and makes contact with him. So Paffett goes for a very late move into Druids, locks up, Hamilton turns in, no idea he's there. That's a bad move from Gary Paffett, not from Nick Hamilton there. Definitely a bad move from Gary Paffett. Locked up, went straight on. 1, 2, what's coming up to 2 to go. It will be lap 23 of 24 here for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. And it's an interesting one to say that Shedden is now inside a second, 0.892 with 2 to go. So inside a second now. Can Shedden find anything and have a go at Tom Oliphant? This is the battle we need to see. This is the one we wanted to see as well. I'm having more fun back in the commentary box than I'm having at Snetterton as well. And I was still seeing the same pictures. And maybe that's because I've got the timing monitors and a bigger screen, but I'm having more fun in the commentary box here than I was back at Snetterton. How's that possible? I was actually watching the racing there and watching the television pictures here. How strange that is. A little bit of rain starting to fall as well. But still, everyone getting very competitive now as they know it's coming up to the last lap. Lap 24 of 24 is coming up. And at the current time, it is Shedden in P2. He's brought that gap now down to 0.6 of a second. But we're on to the last lap then here at Brands Hatch. Another 48 seconds around this circuit of 1.2079 miles as well. Diving up the inside as well. That is Colin Turkington. He forced off. Turkington forced off there. I think Tom Chilton. Chilton's gone wide. Jade Edwards moves up a position as well. As now Gary Paffett is now going to have a little bit of a manoeuvre position to get out of the way. Oh no, Paffett's going to hold up Oliphant here. That could give the advantage to Shedden. Oliphant is flashing his lights as well to the back. Shedden's closing him down as we come into the last couple of corners. And Shedden's going for it. Gary Paffett gets out of the way now. But Shedden's right alongside. Shedden's got a great exit. Oliphant's gone wide. Shedden's trying to come to the line first. Shedden can't do it. Tom Oliphant wins round 7 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship by 0.188 across the line. That, Gary Paffett getting in the way, meant across the line it was incredibly close because Oliphant was on the damp part of the track, sliding out of the way, but across the line it was a great move from Gordon Shedden to try, but couldn't in the end. Tom Oliphant wins round 7 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. It's Gordon Shedden into second place as well, from Dan Rowbottom third, followed by Jake Hill, Ash Sutton, Tom Ingram, Chris Smiley, Aidan Moffat, Josh Cook, Jack Goff rounds out top 10. Then we get Dan Lloyd, Senna Proctor, Jason Plato, Sam Osborne, Stephen Jelly drops down to 15th in the end. No, yes, Jelly to 15th. Then it's Butcher 16th, Bordley 17th, followed by Morgan, Taylor Smith, Chilton, Turkington, Edwards, Jackson, Schmelt, Buttle, Jack Butel, Andy Need, Glenn Geddy, Nick Hamilton and Gary Paffett as well. As Ash Sutton on the last lap trying to have a go around the outside of Jake Hill. Did he get the move done? I don't think he did actually on Jake Hill. No, Sutton broke late coming into surtees and clearways and got the manoeuvre done. Wow, what a race. What a race indeed. That's what I mean when I say the British Touring Car Championship is one of the best of the best. Nice to be back as well for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship for 2021. Back arguably where it begins, where the season should have actually started, at Brands Hatch. Okay, it's Tom Oliphant who's cleared the weighbridge as well, which means he is your winner for round 7. And as well, he takes his first win of the year and he's on pole for race number 2. Another different winner in the British Touring Cars in the first 7 races. How good's that? Right, that's it. We'll be back in around about 50 minutes' time for the MotoGP live coverage of the TT Assen. As well, you can join us at 1:30 for the Formula 1 Styrian Grand Prix, lights out at 2 British Summer Time. The second race of the British Touring Car Championship will be coming to you delayed at 4:30. So that's me doing the live commentary, but we will be delayed for that coverage. And then the third and final race of the day at 5:30 British Summer Time, that is live coverage. So join us, race 3 live. We'll be back to back anyway with race 2 and 3. So join us for all the fun. From us all here, though, thanks for your company. We'll see you in an hour. But there he is, the first win of the year, and his first win for Team BMW. It's Tom Oliphant winning round 7 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Bye for now.